friends, welcome back to the Dragonball FighterZ video. As I'm sure you guys know, the new Dragonball FighterZ patch just came out, and I want to know in the comments down below, what do you guys think about it? How do you feel about the newest patch? Do you think they could have done more, and how did your favorite character change? Now, what I really want to talk about here is Android 21 in the lab coat, because over on Twitter, people don't feel like she got hit hard enough. Now, while we kind of go through Android 21 and take a look at what changed with the character, what I really want to focus on is her nerf mechanic. It's the thing that everybody's concerned about, because it got hit pretty hard, but I think Bandai Namco missed what might have been the real issue with the move. So let's get into it. What were some of the things that changed with the character, and how does it affect her? Well, for starters, a lot of her offensive options that were really crazy got some nerfs to them. So her quarter circle forward and her quarter circle back heavy attacks both have increased damage scaling now. So now when she just throws it out of nowhere and it hits you off guard, she's not gonna be able to rip into your health bar as violently as she was in the past. No doubt, it's still a great option. It's still gonna be a really strong move, but it doesn't deal as much damage, or it has worse scaling rather, than it used to have. So that's at least a good start. This is also applied to her stomp move. While nobody was really starting combos with that, combos that utilized it are gonna have increased scaling as well now and less damage. So once again, just a lot of her routes aren't gonna be as damaging. That's pretty much the clip note, if you will, for those patches. But the photon swipe I thought was pretty interesting. Her full screen projectile is a 17 frame projectile now, which is just 1 frame faster than Master Roshi and Krillin's 18 frame beam. So it's still really fast, make no mistake about that. Now, something I found really interesting was her total detonation ball on the ground has an increased recovery time. I didn't know this until recently, but you used to actually be able to combo off this, which, I mean, it might be obvious to some of you guys. I've been playing too much Elden Ring since she came out, so I didn't know she could do that until very recently. But now she's not gonna be able to combo off that anymore. Once again, kneecapping some of her routes. Now, the big change everybody wants, the pulse, the nerf. It's still a 21 frame grab, and it still gives you the 21%, increase and decrease on yourself and your opponent respectively, but the damage has been decreased. But not only has the damage been decreased, this also got the increased scaling nerf as well. And most of all, the command grab will no longer work when somebody's in hit stun, meaning you can't combo into this anymore. I've tested it. I've done combos here in the corner where I'm literally doing it right now as I record this. As far as my testing goes, this is consistent across all combos. This means for the command grab, you're really gonna have to throw it out in the middle of a block string and hope that you actually hit your opponent with it, or you're just gonna have to throw it out there raw, which is obviously really risky, seeing as they also nerfed her invulnerability for the attack. It's still there, but it's a little bit delayed. Now, are you still gonna get hit by this? Sure. I mean, especially in the medium to lower ranks, you're still gonna get caught off by this command grab, especially if you can't react to it, but in higher ranks, more experienced players and professional players are gonna have a little bit of an easier time avoiding this, seeing as now the ball's in their court. They can try their best to counter it the best they can, as to where before, if you got hit, you were getting nerfed because it was part of the combo. Now that's not the case anymore. But I don't think that was really the biggest issue with Android 21 in the lab coat. I think the biggest issue with the nerf was the fact that it stacked with sparking, and it also stacked against sparking. So as an Android 21 player, you can go ahead and apply the buff to yourself and spark on top of that, and you essentially become an absolute powerhouse. On the flip side, your opponent had to pretty much spark just to nullify your debuff. This ability to stack these kinds of buffs makes Android 21 an absolute powerhouse who can rip through anybody's health bar. And if she can land the command grab, that hasn't changed. All they did was change how hard it is to actually land the command grab. Now the question becomes, who else has a command grab this long? We can see Android 21's command grab is still 21 frames, while Jiren here snags you up in 26 frames. Goku Black, infamously with a pretty long command grab, has 29 frames, both of which are still a lot longer than Android 21. Which Janemba's command grab's light version comes in at 20 frames, the medium at 26, and the heavy at 24. And the infamous Z Broly has obviously the 17 frame light attack, the 24 frame medium, and the 24 frame heavy version. So her command grab is definitely still fast. It's not as fast as some of the better command grabs in the game from Z Broly, for example, but it still comes out with the swiftness, and I think better players are definitely going to be able to guard against this, and medium to newer players are definitely going to struggle. I know me, for example, I'm still not dodging that command grab. It's not happening. And I gotta be honest, man, with these changes, I think they made her command grab worse than Z Broly's command grab, just because of the simple fact that Z Broly can still combo into his command grabs, as to where hers, not so much anymore. Which I think is fair overall, because now these sorts of changes make her more in line with the other top tiers. So she definitely still is top top tier, but she's not as ridiculous as she used to be. And remember what we were all asking for before Android 21 and the Lab Coat came out. We were all asking for a contender to the fusion meta. We all wanted a character who was strong enough to contend against that. So we still have that character, she just isn't cheap anymore, or at least not as cheap. I don't know, personally I think these are good changes. I do think they could have done more, but I'm not mad with what they did do. I like the fact that they went ahead and put the control into our hands and allow us in order to actually counter, as opposed to just being guaranteed nerfed just because somebody got a combo. The fact that they removed that aspect from the command grab is a massive change, and now the Android 21 player has to actually work for the command grab. And are you still gonna get hit? Obviously. But at least now you know there's something you could have done about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Let's have a little bit of a discussion about this. How do you feel about Android 21's changes? And if you're new here, check it out. We upload every single day, and we're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. So subscribe and check out these videos next. I'll catch you lovely people back here tomorrow. Thanks for watching.